Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you to do the reading for our weekly reading for Whispers of Angels, and I'm out in my garden here because it's a beautiful day. It's very peaceful, very calm, perfect temperature. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's amazing out here. I've already chosen our cards because it's difficult for me to hold this camera, and I realize that when I do the recording the video on the computer, it's very the reception is not very clear, and you don't see the cards very well. So I'm going to try and continue doing it this way with holding it up with my hand. So we're going to be working with 3 different decks this week. We're going to be working with the Angel Tarot. We're going to be working with the Archangel Tarot, and we're going to be working with the Guardian Angel Tarot. So all the angels, all the tarot cards, these are the ones, this is Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue, that I love their co-creative endeavors. I don't know, I love the whole perspective of the 2 of them. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to show you guys the cards that we're speaking about. Sorry guys. Okay, so we got memories. Basically, it's the 6 of water. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children. Romanticizing the past. Okay, so here we see children. If you can see up close, these are 2 mermaids, and there's like a little tiny doll mermaid down here below. This is a child. You see a shark in the water. You see the 6 cups. Water represents emotions. So the fact that this is a little doll here, so it's talking about going back into your past and memories coming up. These memories may hold a significance to our life now. It may be something that we are needing to work through still, or it may be pointing, these memories could be pointing to something in our life now that we need to work through. That's why the shark under the water, it's about going down deep into your emotions. So it's important at this time to pay attention to the thoughts and the feelings that come up. I'm going to let you look around and see where I'm at today. It's very, very pretty. Okay, let me think. So, memories from your past coming up. Like I said, they've come up for a reason, so they need to be addressed. They need to be dealt with. Perhaps there's old issues that need to be resolved. Maybe there's a possibility that you're going to reconnect with old friends that you haven't spoken to for quite a while. Maybe romantic partners are going to come back into your life. You'll have possible feelings of karmic ties or connections with people that you meet because you feel like you've known them before. They're also saying that children in this situation, there's important issues regarding children that are maybe very important that you need to deal with. Perhaps there's something that you need to deal with a child. Perhaps you need to connect with your child. Perhaps you need to connect with your inner child. But whatever it is, it's important. The issues regarding children and childhood is very important. It's also important to have possibly childlike innocence. Go at things in life with the eyes of a child. So hopeful and lighthearted and happy, and connect with your inner child is very important at this time. It's talking about the fact that we have memories coming back that speaks about possible reunions with people, family reunions maybe. It talks about romanticizing the past. So they don't say don't be careful not to romanticize the past. They say you are romanticizing the past. So you're thinking about things that made you happy. They're thinking about things that maybe that you've forgotten about now. Maybe in your adult life, you've forgotten to hold on to the things that used to make you happy. And maybe when you do speak to ones that come back into your life, maybe you'll be talking about things that are going to jog your memory about things that you would like to do again, things that you've forgotten, or things that you've maybe gotten too tied up in your adult world, and you've forgotten to be childlike in the way you go about your life. Things that maybe you used to do when you were a child, that maybe you'd like to do that again. Maybe you'd like to revisit some things that you haven't been doing. All these things come up into play. So I think I'm going to leave that with that card, and I'm going to go to the next one, which is the Archangel Power deck. And the message we have, I'll spin you around here. This is the 7 of Ariel. So we see a garden. This looks like Bouchard Gardens where I grew up in Victoria. That's interesting. And I did just speak to a friend of mine yesterday that I haven't spoken to in a long time, and she was a really good friend of mine, and she actually did a lot with my little girl when she was really tiny, and that's interesting. So that's going to be part of this whole thing. So you've invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest, review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So we see this garden here. We see he's got a book in his hand, a gardening book, and he's got a staff with an amazing crystal on the end of it. That's awesome. So you've invested wisely. So basically your seeds have been planted. So possibly you have to have patience and wait for your harvest. The fact that he's got his book, he's reviewing things about, it's talking about reviewing your how far you've come along to this point. So while you're waiting, maybe there's a temporary pause and delay while you're waiting for things to come about, things to come to fruition. So this is a time that you would look back possibly and, you know, realize for yourself how far you've come. Maybe you're not seeing it right now. Maybe you're feeling like there's not a lot of progress being done, but they're actually saying there is progress. You have had progress, even if it's slowly, or even if you're not seeing it. There definitely has been progress made. So you need to look back and see, you know, where you were before and where you are now, and see how much you've learned, see how much you've grown, see how things have changed. Are there things that you want to possibly do a little bit differently in the future? Because he's got his staff and he's got his book. So maybe the staff to me is forward movement. It's about going to your next adventure. So if you're at the end of a project, they're saying don't stay too long in that one spot. It's time to think about where you want to go next. That's his staff. That's about moving forward. So what else are they saying? That this pause, if you are in a pause time, or feels like you're in a pause time, where you've put all your seeds down, you're waiting for the harvest to come in, that you want to not be concerned that things aren't moving along as quickly as you want, because they are moving along. It's just a temporary break, and maybe it's a time to actually enjoy yourself, and a time to show yourself how far you've come and give yourself a pat on the back. And then, you know, think about what it is, your next strategy or your next movement forward. What is it going to be? Use this time right now to think about that. Where do I want to go? It's a good time for daydreaming. It's a good time for pondering future events. And but they're asking you to stay determined and see yourself forward moving. It's always about forward movement. And if things aren't moving in a direction quickly enough for you, understand that there's a reason things are happening. There's stuff going on behind the scenes perhaps that you're not seeing. So it's about being patient with that. And I think I'm going to leave that card with that. And then I'm going to go to the Guardian Angel Tarot. I had some little totem just flew by my head and I don't know what it was. I hope he comes back. It's very quiet today. And I've got frog in my throat. Frog, cleaning house, clearing away negative thoughts. Also, that did just come up for a reason. So frog is about necessarily not just about your own thoughts and feelings about clearing away negative energy. It's also about maybe it would be a good time, especially since it's the weekend, go through your closets, go through your house and see if there's anything that you want to donate and move. It's always about moving, you know, paying it forward. So when you get rid of things in your house or in your closet that you're not working with or you're not using, it removes stale energy. I just did that today. I just went through my closet and I've got a huge back seat full of clothes that I'm taking down to a secondhand store, and then others that, you know, they'll donate whatever is whatever they don't want to take in the store. So it's all about paying the energy forward, and it's also about getting stuff out of my place and allowing new stuff to come in to bring the positive energy in, because I've been getting that a lot lately. You know, go through your stuff, clear it out. So clearing my throat, that was the message there. So okay, so here's our message. The next one, 4 of action. Your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event, such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. Okay, so you see here, it's interesting to me that the succession of the cards that we got. The first one, memories, and how they apply to our life now. The second one about your harvest and being patient with with your harvest coming in. And now we talk about contentment and things coming forward and achievement. They're talking about a time of prosperity, contentment, your hard work having paid off. So see, we've been shown first of all, we were kind of in the planning stage, the memory stage, people coming back into your life, taking a look at the past, and then we got the planting and the harvesting, or waiting for the harvest to come in, planning our next events, but knew that the harvest was coming, and now the harvest is here. So now abundance is here, and we have a place of safety and security. There's no reason to feel insecure. It's time for celebration. They're talking about weddings, engagements, births of children, long-term commitments between couples. What else comes up? Well, at this time you would deserve to have a bit of a break, right? You've done a lot of work, and it's time to sit back, basically, and rest, and give yourself something that you love. Treat yourself to something, and just really revel in this wonderful moment in your life. It's talking about if you look at the picture, we see a castle with a giant tree in the front. So the castle talks about definitely security. It also talks about opulence or satisfaction or achievement. The trees in the front talk about putting down roots. So it's a time for putting down roots. Maybe it's time to buy a new home. Whatever this is, there's this clearly it's a place of contentment and peace. There's cows in the field. That means abundance. The flowers in the front, full flowers, full blossom. That means, also abundance and satisfaction. Also, roses signify weddings, engagements. You bring flowers to somebody if they have a new home. So all of these, and to have a child, and all of these things, they all go together. They all go hand in hand. It's definitely a time of peace and satisfaction. And these cards are really applicable to me because I have a son, as I said, who's about to have a baby any moment. The card, I did speak about how I ran into a girlfriend that I knew literally 20 years ago. I am cleaning out my closet and taking stuff to the secondhand store, and I'm going to go see my daughter and my grandson. So everything's applying. All of the cards absolutely have a meaning in my life, and I'm sure that they have meaning in your life as well. I wanted to get one of those cards for the end, the last message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this book. The lighting's kind of weird. I'm going to pick this book, and I'm just going to fan the pages, and I'm going to stop. And this is where our message comes. Okay, so I'm going to read this from the book. Oh, how funny. It's the same message that we just got. So this is like absolute confirmation. So incredible achievement. Hard work paid off. Time to sit back and enjoy yourself. Abundance. And time for celebration. all the things. You basically earned this break. You've earned everything that's coming to you. So the fact that I spun through the book and came up across the same message that we just got, it's absolutely confirmation that this is coming. That's something that you need to pay attention to as well. When Spirit brings you messages or you get signs, and if you get them more than once, especially if you get them 3 times, the number 3 is very, very significant. So that's a wonderful way to end this reading, I feel. It's absolutely positive confirmation. I love when Spirit gives us confirmation. Wow. I have had a totem come today, and it's the crane fly. I don't know if you guys have... If you know what it is, it's kind of like a daddy long legs that flies. And specifically for the crane totem, I know what the daddy long legs means. It means long-term plans. It means blessings, and it means abundance. The fact that it's flying means I think that things are moving quickly. The fly in itself is persistence, and so being persistent and for things persistent in going after what it is that you want, persistent in trusting in your dreams, and in having this long-term vision and long-term plan for the future. Those are all the things that come to mind right now with the crane fly. And I'm going to look it up specifically because I know that there must be a totally specific message for crane fly itself that I'm just picking apart. The train totem, which is, and that's also about standing on your own 2 feet. Cranes have long legs, and so the crane totems, the crane flies also have very long legs. So it's standing on your own feet, self-assurance and confidence in your abilities. Also flying, it might be that you might be flying somewhere. I've been getting that as well. Flies going around, flies, determination, busy. All of those things come into play with the crane totem. I mean, the crane fly totem. Okay, so we don't have any little birds coming to us today, so I guess I'm going to leave it. Oh, yes, we do. A robin just went by, and that definitely heralds new beginnings and springtime, which is here, and so that's a good sign, too. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys. I've got to run down, do my errands today, and I'm going to be outside enjoying this day. I hope you all enjoy your day. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like to follow me, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Google+. My website is www.thewhispersofangels.com. And I'm on YouTube where all the videos go. If you want to follow me there, that'd be cool. Then you get a notice every time that the videos come in. If you'd like a reading or dream analysis done, I work online all day, but I always make time. That's a priority to me, is my personal readings. So you would take precedence over the working online. So if you are interested in, you need help in that direction, I would be honored. There's a bee flying around right now too, and the bee means two things. It means, I just saw more go by, it means sweet victory, but it also means get busy and get the honey. So that goes along with our, you know, not staying still after, if we've finished a project. It's about moving on to the next project. So get busy and get after what it is that you want. But I like the whole sweet victory. That works for me. It sounds like that's what I've been promised, and it looks like it's here, so I'm pretty stoked. Okay, you guys have a fabulous day, and it was awesome speaking to you. We will speak again soon. Blessings.